Good afternoon, traders. Welcome to Trade Setup and the afternoon wrap for the 27th of October. Okay, we're coming to the close on the ASX 200. It's been another week session, so we'll take a look at the price action for the day. We'll also go through the S&P 500, what we could expect and what we're sort of looking at in the next few days. And we'll also take a look at the Aussie and the Euro. Okay, coming into the close of the ASX 200, we've got the 30-minute chart here. Market's been sold off quite savagely from 54.54. It originally pushed up, retested, washed out that level, and then we just sort of backed off from there. And then yesterday, the start of the session just pretty much headed south from there. CPI kicked it through support at 53.78. Strong CPI number. We sort of bounced around there. We made a few higher lows and minor higher highs, and then today on the open we're looking at this key level here at 53.70. Now if that held up, which it did, it produced that lower high that we saw, and we've seen that sell off down originally 53.40, found a bit of support, built that lower high, and then just pretty much got the steam to push it straight through. So we'll see if that can continue the next few days and over tonight. We are well into oversold territory, so we may find price can bounce, and the ASX is finding it is in a bit of a zone where it could easily bounce from here, but we'll have to see how traders see it. Okay, the 1 hour chart here of the S&P 500 is not painting the greatest of pictures either. We've had a good sell-off down to 2110, which we retraced a lot of that, made a major lower high, and then we rolled over again and retested down towards that 2110, but we only pulled up short at 2115. Now that was really just a retest. We found some support there, and we've been making higher lows since, but that trend looks like it's potentially breaking down now, and we built that, which could be a lower high at 2155. Now if we do get a push through 2132, we expect that to roll over and push back down to that 2115 zone, but we'll have to see how that plays out. It looks like it's got the makings of a major correction, a major push lower, but we'll have to see how that plays out soon. Okay, looking at the Aussie dollar here, the 1 hour chart. We've had that push up to 77.10. We backed off from that level, making lower highs, lower lows, until we headed down to 75.06 or 75 zone. Bounced off that level. Then we made some higher highs, and we pushed all the way up and through 77.10 again. Had a big washout there. Pull back. So what we did after that was make a good made a good support zone at 75.90, and we have held that zone. So that's a major higher low. Push back up into 77.10. If we can just get a bit closer there. We can see the action yesterday on the back of, let's make that a little better, on the back of the CPI report. So that pushed up, it really pushed up hard into 77.10, and then today we've just given all that gain back up again, pulled back and retested that 76.26, even a bit lower today, 76.23. So from here, we're well into oversold territory. We could just roll over, hold this sort of trend lower, roll over and take out the lows and head back down towards 75.90, but we would like to see this level hold, 76.22, and build that high low. If we get a push up through this level here at 76.51, we could easily push up. If we can just draw that up, easily just push up there, pull back, made that major high low in here, and then just push our way straight back up to 77.10 and potentially through that. So this is a good base to be working from. We can see from the lower time frames just to see if we get that opportunity to push higher. Okay, we're just looking at the euro here. It's a 4-hourly chart, but we're squeezing quite a bit of data there. Now we can see that major sell-off. We've had that big push up, and it's right up towards sort of that 140 zone. We had a massive sell-off there. Been bouncing around since then and sort of retesting those lows. We're coming to a point now where potentially could be a major higher low at that 108.40 zone. If we can just drill out there a bit. So taking that into account, if we are starting to roll over and these lower highs are holding, say at 116.50, we could easily just push through that, retest back down to that 105, 105.20 mark, but we'll have to see how that plays out. If we just get in a bit closer, we could potentially be finding bouncing off that. We've got a bit of reaction there. We've made, taken out these minor highs here at 109, 109 even, I'd say. We bounced up, so if we can sort of make that high low, we could contract back up. We may retest back into this zone at 102, 102 even. Yeah, if we push back up into there, we could roll over from there. Otherwise, we could just be contracting higher. That's that stair-stepping type of action there, going back up until we make that lower high. So as soon as we see that lower high come in play, then we're probably potentially rolling over to at least test that 108.40 zone again. But we'll see how that plays out. Alright, that's it for today. We'll speak to you tomorrow. And don't forget, traders, you can go to our YouTube channel to subscribe. Just go to www.youtube.com/c/trade setup and you can view all the uploaded videos we've taken so far.